You know how these things go. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. I apologize. It's 12 minutes over. I did shift the session for today to now, unfortunately, our guest is not making it. So, yeah, we will carry on. We'll carry on. Anyway, guys, so let's start. This is our episode 9, and this one is very, very interesting for me. For those of you that are new, hello, 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 and yeah. So let us begin. Let me just quickly do something here, and sorry, just trying to do some admin work here. Anyway, welcome back to Definitely Hot Tea, the space where we sit down, get comfortable, and have a conversation that actually matters. I'm your host, Jimmy, and today we are talking about something so many of us have felt, but maybe we never had the words for our hair in professional spaces. The joy of it, the politics of it, and obviously the exhaustion of it. And most importantly, how we actually take care of it while, navigating all of that. I mean, all of that. So, and I'm hoping that things will get better in time when we look at African hair, African American hair, native hair. I don't know what to call it, but it is what it is. So it's the taking care part that I was hoping we would have our visitor, but she can't make it. Sorry, Narisse. There's always technical issues, but we're going to carry on. Let the show go on. So I just wanted to, talk about the data of it. I think with everything, there is that data that comes with what do professional women in professional spaces do in terms of taking care of their hair. That will be our first point. And then the second will be I will basically, hopefully, be asking for comments from your end and let me know how you feel if you're a professional woman, if you can be running a hotel, bed and breakfast, you're a solo entrepreneur. I want to hear from you as to how do you navigate the joys of dealing with 4C, we call it. Because, sometimes the data says that our voices have been saying for years. The data says what we've been saying for years, and nobody can argue, with the recipes. So here in the UK, not America, not somewhere else, right here, 93% of Black people have experienced discrimination because of their natural hair. Not once, not as a once off or a lived in reality. And it starts early. We're talking as young as 5 years old in the workplace, the place we spend most of our waking lives, really. 1 in 5 Black women in the UK feel they're expected to straighten their hair just to be taken seriously at work. And 1 in 3 company decision makers have admitted they might subconsciously reject a Black woman from a job based on her hair texture alone. Wow. So it's not for your CV, not for your experience, your hair. So 58% of Black people say that hair discrimination has directly damaged their self esteem and their mental health. And here's what gets me. Unlike parts of the United States where, there are now laws specifically protecting natural hairstyles, the UK has no equivalent law. The lines are blurred. So the Equality 2010 exists, the Equality Act that exists since 2010 But hair is still a gray area. So we are navigating professional spaces, building we're building our careers, care for our hair, raising families, all while, quietly managing something that should never have been a problem in the first place. So that is exactly why in today's conversation, we want to talk about this. It really matters. And that is also exactly why I'm so glad, that I have someone like she couldn't make it today, but she's also someone that helps me navigate my natural hair journey. I'll still leave her link, her business link. Narisse, she's a friend of the show, so we hope to have her in another time, hopefully face to face this time. Anyway, guys, what I also wanted to talk to you about, and I do have a slide that shows us and basically helps us in navigating our hair as Black women. But let me just remove this. I wanted to talk to you one on one. Is that, when I look at myself, and you can see now, this is pretty, but it's a wig. So, I'll be frank with you because you're my people, right? We're talking. This is like us talking and having tea, of course. Sometimes you may feel, and I remember when I started working here in the UK, one of my colleagues asked me like, do you love your hair? Like, we never see your natural hair. So I would say that in some cases you find our colleagues from other races are quite interested in your hair in terms of, and it's not to say they're being critical, or it's basically saying, we've never seen your hair. I like my braids, as you know. This I put on because it's quick, easy, if I'm stuck. But to be honest with you, my 4C, it's a work in progress. It's something that I haven't done in a while. I love my braids. As you know, I think throughout the show, you've seen that I spend more time basically with braids on. But girl needs versatility. You need to look different. um but I've had episodes where in a working environment you kind of feel, um you know if you're wearing a different your own hair, it's, oh, your hair looks different today. Might not be as mean as I've seen in other comments in YouTube or other stories that I read about. But let me have this. Mm, there has been these incidences where you just feel lost, or people look at you differently. But and to those that do, just bear in mind that we are also trying to navigate everything else around us. I'm going to speak from my own point of view, and it is that I'm quite busy. I'm busy. I do this. I do the stuff that I'm supposed to do, the grind of the day, and then I also take care of family. As you know, I've got my son who's ADHD, and so it's not an excuse. Listen, every woman in every culture goes through difficulty with their hair. It's just that ours, I'll call it what it is, conk. So I saw on YouTube there was a lady in the UK that basically was saying, "Listen, I can't do 4C because she does not have time, and also it doesn't give her the confidence that she probably needs when she or feels when she has her wig or her braids or anything else on." I wouldn't say braids because braids, I consider braids as your natural. It's part of your natural hair as long as you're not putting products, chemicals in your hair. And it was a big hoo-ha, like, oh my God, how can she say that? And for me, I guess it's, I don't know, the liberal in me. I feel like you have to do what you have to do to survive the day. And in my young days, I always had, like, I wish I had pictures, like a Grace Jones kind of look for years. I enjoyed that. It's easy. It's just, for now, I'm trying to navigate a country that I'm not familiar with, my family, and putting my son first in terms of what is required on his day to day. The last thing I want to do is spend more time on my hair. Now, my mom, on the other hand, maybe let me give you a history of our family. And I want to also touch base on, South Africans. South Africans, in most cases, because I guess it was during the apartheid era, people were not hung up on wearing makeup. You will see in most cases wearing makeup, doing wearing your wigs, straightening your hair for years. I know my aunt, and I wish I had photos of my mom and my aunt and my uncles. It was always your afro because it stood for them. It stood for something. It's almost like you're rebelling against the man, so to speak. If you look at pictures of South Africa and this one that I did here, oh, I can't point. My Sophia Town one that I created that reminds me of Sophia Town. The woman here reminds me of my grandma, and they used to wear natural hair. It's just that different times acquire different things, and we need to allow people to do what they want to do, whenever they want to do, right? Those times are gone for I wouldn't say for good, but you have to do what you're comfortable with. That's my view. And like I said, in South Africa, you actually sometimes guys feel if you're wearing makeup, you're not so natural. We love natural. Women are natural. Even your bum. Sorry, YouTube, do not cancel me. But as you know, there's BBL and then there's South African natural BBL, if you know what I'm saying. So to each his or her own, really. Her own or their own, in my view. I was going to talk to Narissa from a professional space because we've had a chat before, me and her, about that. Is that, as much as I love, and I am, to be honest with you, because you're my people, I am tempted to just do a pixie and go on about my business. Like I said to you, I miss my Grace Jones because and I might just go that route with my 4C because it's waking up. My son has a similar hair. Well, we do a haircut for him. Sometimes it looks like Mr. T. Gen Z, go look it up. But Mr. T is like, your box with the lower shaded shades. It's shaved on the sides, and yeah. So we might go that route. As far as professional, I think sometimes it depends on the type of company you're with. Honestly, I won't speak for everyone, but I've been lucky with where I've been for a couple of years now, that it is a very strong, cultured company, international. So there, I do not have none of that. Actually, I've been, the only time, like I said, was when from curiosity, someone said something like that, like, don't you love your natural hair? Sticks with you. So for those of you that feel like you want to say something, think about it before you say anything. Yeah, guys. So I think for me, it is that for each his own. But I also wanted to share, what one can do in terms of how you can take care of your natural hair. So I found something online here that talks about, different hairstyles that one can do. There's a high puff, and this puff here on your right hand side, really, it's sometimes you can take a hairpiece, a natural looking hairpiece, um, take care of it there like that. You can do flat twist, updo. I like that. Easy. Wash and go. Wash and go, I don't know. For me, it's more, my hair's not that controlled or controllable. Half up, half down, twist out. So as to keep yourself confident, have your confidence up. You need to whatever do whatever makes you feel good. So I've got quick tips also that I found online as well. They talk about, regular keeping your hair washed regularly, stay hydrated. There's a lot of oils that you can find. I think last week I spoke about, natural oils. Like for me, for example, I like using flaxseed if I want to wash my hair. There's a couple of good products out there that one can use. I'm not going to advertise them here at all. This video is not sponsored. There's silk and satin pillows. I've started to, invest in those. It is like any other hair management, or take self-care. It's about you doing what's best for you and at the schedule that agrees with you, right? To make sure that you boost your confidence as much as we like, to do our nails, do our facials. Maybe that can be a part of a process. And Narisse has her own products that she's created. I'm sorry, again, she wasn't able to join, but she's got good products like shampoo, she's got oils, she has, she did a class once because she also has a charity that she does that I joined her, I think, a couple of months ago, where she taught people like myself how to take care of your 4C. You'd want to, if you're in Manchester at some point, join her because she's good at, basically, she's been doing this for years, right? I think decades, and yeah, almost 20 years she's been doing this. So I've got on the left-hand side as well of the slide how to prepare your hair for a professional day. When I used to have my, and like I said, I'm thinking of going my Grace Jones route because I won't have time to do much. It is about just moisturizing it, making sure I wash it, dry it. There's better dryers than what our parents used to have, meaning a towel. And you're fresh daily. There's fragrances you can use for your scalp protection, and and to accessorize it at times. So natural hair isn't what it used to be. It isn't just an afro that you kind of like have to manage, and it's got those what do people call it? I won't say the name, but starts with an N, which it's, some people feel it's a bit derogatory, almost closer to an N word. So take note, people that use that word. But yeah, I want to know from you, like, what do you think about 4C? What are your challenges? What have you heard in terms of, how people are doing out there? I know it's come up. I don't know if you know, years ago there was a young lady in South Africa, around, I think she was 18 because she was about to complete high school year, and then yeah, the school just basically told her, cut your beautiful afro, similar to the lady on the left here, my left. She had beautiful 4C, beautiful, healthy looking hair. I think she also had it in a ponytail. Which brings me to my story. When I was about, how old was I? This thing stuck with me. 6, 7? Yeah, just out of kindergarten or so. One of my teachers, my mom had my 4C. Like I said, in South Africa, 4C is something that, you keep, you maintain, you take care of it. So what happened was that one of my teachers, I don't know if she was mad at something. She must have had a bad day at home. This woman took my 4C, was like a ponytail, very huge ponytail. My mom was trying to tie it up for me. Lo and behold, this woman one day just took scissors and chopped my hair off. Needless to say, so like my mom went to school and some things were said. Yeah. So that thing stays with you. So just bear in mind, my Black people, especially us that are trying to take care of little ones that have hairs, like they've got their little journey ahead of them. We as their parents need to also make them feel loved, which is what my mom used to do. I remember she used to take me to a lady in Soweto, like so many streets away from us, for my hair to be braided, not to put any extension, but to just braid my hair to prepare me for school. Those are lovely. It's a lovely years I remember, because that lady would just put you between her thighs, and she would just be like, trying to straighten your hair to make sure that everything is in peace, is in order. So yeah, let's just make our kids feel special at the same token about taking care of your own hair. And it is you, it's your hair. When they're ready, if they're ready, and if they want to do something in the long run, they must just know that it is part of you, it's part of who you are. um I wish I had photos of South Africans, especially those our leaders, our former leaders, like a Mandela with his, he had a path, he's parted his hair on the side, wearing a suit, so looking all dapper. Most of them were like that back in the days. It's only now that we're trying to venture into, looking the way you want to look, really. Celebrate yourself. Why not? Why not? Right, my people, I think I would love to hear from you on this one. Just, how do you navigate? You know? Um, yeah. I just feel like it would have been great if we had Narissa, like I said. It would have been more meatier for us to discuss, like what other clients are talking about, because let's face it, you have a professional crown that you need to take care of. Be queen and just enjoy it, right? Either way, it is it is who you are. You have to take care of it. So, my people, that's what I have for today. today, about natural hair. I hope in your capacity as a professional, you are able to take care, celebrate yourself, celebrate others around you. Tell someone that has foresee, like, oh, you're looking good today, girl. You know, make sure that they also know. They also know that you're looking, you're enjoying them, you're enjoying what you're seeing. All right, my people, I thank you for joining me in this episode 9 of our GT8. Anyway, I wanted to show you this. This is our new one of our, our sweater, our collection, our piece. Solo, not sorry. So, watch the space. We're gonna have more interesting stuff that we've created. My husband is also wearing one about Afrobeats. And I hope you also like our new logo. Yes, definitely hot tea. Right, my people, I love you for watching. I will see you next week, same time. Well, sorry, next week will be 2 p.m. GMT. Okay. All right. I love you all. Take care. Mwah.